The Immortal Mask, a 1970s superhero crime noir adventure, follows a retired soldier turned reporter who is given a coveted interview with a death row inmate. What he learns thrusts him into Atlanta's shadowy underworld. He'll have to use his military training to survive being hunted for possessing the information that could topple the city's most powerful ruling class. This is not a pre-order or a crowdfunding campaign. Get your books now at denali's.com.
I was sitting all alone in my library chair when I found a book and it gave me a scare. The pages I kept turning, it quite took me in. What was it? Oh, where do I begin? We read the monsters. I read the monsters next door. The monsters. It had short stories galore. The monsters. It's full of horror and gore. The monsters. I read the monsters next door.
Is he a man or a mouse? And does he even care? He lays around the house with that vacant stare. He's on the lam 'cause his crime didn't follow the plan. Now he's just biding his time. Biding his time. Mouse Man.
It's a Critical Blast podcast with special guest Mike Seers.
Thank you. We are live with Mike Seers, creator of the Apathetic Mouse Man. And Mike, you're muted. You're muted. Your mic is on mute. Mike has no mic. There we go.
Muted.
Yes. You were double muted. Double secret probation muting was happening here. How you doing tonight, man?
Oh, I'm doing all right.
I guess I didn't expect to run into you on Facebook. I was like, all of a sudden you were there because we had met through email. You had sent me the promotional material on your books, and we set the night up and kind of advertised on Facebook, and suddenly there you were in the comments. I'm like, wait, that's not okay. Maybe it is him. So let's.
Yeah, I just kind of appear like
it's like Beetlejuice.
Yeah, I am like Beetlejuice. You know,
just say the name and he shows up. We got folks in the chat here. Woody's out there. I know it says Wooksy. It's Woody. I know him. Looks like a character I could really get in touch with. And Wayne Klingman's out here reminding me that I need to update the description below the video, because we have left some books off of the list now. So, and for those who wonder what he's talking about, we're a publisher as well, and a lot of our books are in the description below. So if you want to support the channel, click those links. They'll take you to Amazon, and you can find some of the material that we put out, which includes Wayne's book, The Mafia in Hollywood, and some future ones that we'll be working on and having out real soon here.
Mafia in Hollywood. That sounds fucking awesome.
It actually is fucking awesome, because I was reading through it as proofreader. I'm like, I had no idea that happened. I had no idea that happened. And
wait, it's based on like true stories and shit?
That's all Wayne does, is true mafia crime.
Holy shit. That sounds fucking awesome.
His next book we're working on is the Buffalo Mob, which is like a current crime in the news thing that's going on. So we're trying to get out there in time.
Well, hook me and him up, because I've actually been learning a lot about the Colorado Mafia, and that's where I'm at right now. And those guys are like fucking like, holy shit. Like, there's a whole new book just waiting to happen right there.
He's probably on it, because Colorado's out there near Vegas, and he's all over the Vegas skim, like an onion. We're gonna have a lot of books come out of Wayne over this next year here. Mike Walters also in the chat, dropping in to like and share. We do appreciate you, Mike. Pops is in the chat. Hey, yo, Pops. Hey, no, it's hey, yo, Pops. How you doing, man? Gotta get that. Pops has got that natural Wolfman Jack voice that I wish I could do all the time without tearing my throat up. But I can't.
I've seen a few of his lives. Like, I'm just sort of like trolling in his comments and shit.
Sure.
But he's fucking awesome. Like, go check out Pops.
We are simulcasting live on Pops' Madness Network over on Twitter and Facebook right now. We're just kind of hijacking his signal. We are pirates of the airwaves. So we're trying to hit as many people as we can right now with Mouse Man, the apathetic Mouse Man.
Yeah.
Created by Mike Seers. Why get into comics, Mike? It's a money suck.
Well, because if you look into anything about like artists or anything like Chuck Jones or Charles M. Schultz, a lot of them when they were like small babies hit their head like really hard. And when I was a baby, I was about 6 months old. I pulled myself out of my crib and then and landed on my head, and that was the point where I was like, I'm gonna draw cartoons.
Yep.
You have to have severe head trauma, or otherwise you're not gonna do it. Like, even doesn't matter. Like baby or anything. Like, you have to be like no matter what age, just have someone hit you in the head really hard, and then boom, you're a cartoonist.
Yep. Dad comes in, picks you up, says, well, at least he'll probably make cartoons now, and just puts you back in the bed.
Yep.
Put some ice on the lump.
Yep. You're like, my dad says I'm special.
Yeah, but he doesn't say it with that inflection.
No, he's very disappointed in me. Like, but hey, that's why I started drawing cartoons. So it can't be all bad.
And you got two characters that I've seen out so far. Very, very similar in style. You've got Mouse Man and you've got Rabbit Man.
Yes.
And we can talk about both. But I think Mouse Man is what you're getting ready to gear up and do something new with.
Yes. Okay. Kind of a very strange story. Rabbit Man. Do you ever see that old like 90s like grunge rock movie Gummo where everyone hates cats?
No. I remember Gummo, but I don't remember cats.
Okay, well, there's this movie Gummo with this kid. He's got like a pink bunny suit on. And the movie is about like weird Southern culture, which I grew up around, about where people are getting with their 13-year-old cousins and shit. That's not what Rabbit Man's about. Don't worry. Like, you're not going to see any weird shit. Well, I mean, you are, but not like that kind of weird shit. But that was essentially what started Rabbit Man, was that picture from Gummo where the kid... Hang on 1 second while I pull it up real quick. That movie Gummo, let's see. Images. It's a really fucked up movie. Like, if you Here we go. Wait.
I think
Right
I got
there.
it here.
He's got the pink bunny suit on.
Yeah.
Like, it's really messed up, but that was essentially the idea for Rabbit Man. There we go. There he is. He's like pissing off the bridge on like the first like few minutes of that. He's got like the pink bunny suit on. But Rabbit Man is essentially Adventure Time, but they say fuck a lot. But it was like born out of Gummo, and the first 2 issues of that, there's like Rabbit Man and the Terrible Prophecy from the Closet and Rabbit Man, Our Lord and Savior. Those were where I was like having fun with it. But then 2020 happened, and all the other 4 issues I kind of made because I was trying to finish out a whole story, and around the end of it, I got sick of it. And every time I get sick of something, I pull like a British move, like with their shows, and I just kill off the character. But essentially with that, it was it's like a post-apocalyptic story, and there's like a clown and a zombie woman, and the clown does a lot of cocaine. And
as clowns are wont to do, yes.
Yeah, clowns, they're like real bad coke addicts.
That's why
like,
their
don't let them
noses are
fool
big
you.
and red.
Like, do not let them fool you. Like, you let a party clown into your house, it's over. Like, the cops are going to show up, you're going to go down. Like, don't let it happen. Even
that's
for
why
your
their noses are
party.
red.
Exactly.
Red and swollen noses. Yeah.
Exactly. Like, I lived in New Orleans for like 5 years, and my God, like the clown cocaine situation out there is beyond control. Like, you can't even do nothing about it at this point.
And it's not even Mardi Gras.
No, it's Mardi Gras every day. Like, there's nothing to be done. But
so you've killed off Rabbit Man then, though.
Yes. Okay, that was when lesser known comics showed up. Because I'm pretty sure you heard about it. That was in the email I sent you about lesser known comics. By the time they showed up, I not gonna lie, I haven't even told them about it because it's not exactly something you tell your publisher. I fucking hated Rabbit Man by that point. Like, 2020 had happened, ex-girlfriend, all that shit, and I was just like, all right, I'm fucking, like, I'm sick of this character. So I'm just gonna kill him off. Like, and around that time, I started, like, working into, like, indie games and stuff like that. But then he started getting back in touch with me, and it was like, all right, I'm gonna bring back Rabbit Man, which is Rabbit Man Returns. Hang on one second.
Because if you take the British route of killing them off, you can also take the British route of regenerating them.
Well, Blackadder. You ever seen Blackadder?
Oh, yes, I love Blackadder.
Blackadder is fucking amazing. That's kind of like at the end of every season. I mean, spoilers for anyone who hasn't seen an almost 40-year-old British show. Yes. Fuck Mr. Bean.
Oh God, it's that
Blackadder
old,
is the best. Like, but there we go. Rabbit Man Returns. This is what's going to be on pre-sale for lesser known comics eventually whenever the website gets fixed. I don't know when or how that's going to happen. I've just kind of been sitting off in the sidelines smoking pot. But eventually that's going to happen, and that's going to be available from lesser known comics. It's not even available on Amazon, but anyway, like that story, it sort of like was a cutting room floor story for the original Rabbit Man that I didn't have really that much time to like implement. But you're gonna like it. It still got that weird taste to it that I do. But Mouse Man is the direct continuation for Rabbit Man. Just like Rabbit Man was the direct continuation for Kid and Hannibal, which was like the first actual comic series I did when I was like 16. Don't even bother. It's out there somewhere, but I did it when I was 16. It fucking sucks. Don't even look at it. Like, yeah. Like, you look back at it.
This is going to be a great show. This is going to be a great show, Mike. We may actually have an on-air homicide tonight.
Oh, those are the best.
If you're hearing noises from the background, it's because the neighbors are in the driveway. And they hate each other, and they're splitting up, and
Oh
They're
my
yelling and
god,
cursing.
I just had a split up, like not that long ago. Actually, I didn't even like get with her. I just started seeing a therapist, and she was not into that. She was more along the lines of suck it up and punch a kid. So I was like,
We all have our
bye.
own ways.
We all have our own ways, but my god, my god. Anyway, like, let me know what happens. Like,
Yeah, well, yeah, well,
there's nothing like
you
some
see
good old fashioned rubbernecking.
the window's right in front of me, and of course, as everyone knows who knows me, it's open all the time. So if you start seeing red and blue strobes against the curtain, you'll know it's down. It's happening.
I think that's the universe telling me that maybe like saying no to this person was a good idea. Like, because I guarantee some red and blue flashes. Like, oh my god. Like, I thought I left that shit when I was like 17 years old. Like when I like that was. I'm pretty sure I told you like in the email, but like I was in a documentary for being homeless.
Yeah.
Very very strange story. My childhood completely sucked. If you read anything that I've done, you can clearly see that something isn't quite clicking with me correctly. But I rolled with it and I started drawing cartoons, so at least I'm not robbing gas stations.
Yeah, and there I see walls in the ceiling now, so things have
Yes,
picked up.
there's obviously a home now,
Yes.
so I now have a place to draw my shitty little cartoons. But oh god, fuck. Regardless,
Somebody's
Rabbit-
glasses just got broke.
what?
Somebody's glasses just got broke.
Was that mine or
No.
or was it the people outside? Oh my god. Well, man, like fuck mouse man, like turn your camera outside. This shit's
Yes.
obviously more interesting.
Okay, so here's the funny thing. To prevent porch piracy, I actually have a camera on the window. All I got to do is just switch over to it.
Oh my god.
Turn it on. We could do that. We could do that.
Like, I couldn't have picked a better time.
Oh,
this shit is
good
amazing.
Lord.
What a time to be alive.
Wayne says, by the way, well done, Mike. Well done on turning your life around there. And
well, I turned it somewhat around. I mean, I have a home now.
Yeah.
But I mean, what sort of breeded Mouse Man from Rabbit Man is one, I was sick of Mouse Man. Well, I was sick of Rabbit Man. I even made 2 Rabbit Man video games. There's Rabbit Man 3D, which was like made on like a homebrew Wolfenstein, like Wolfenstein 3D, like the old 87, 88.
Oh, I loved Wolfenstein.
I only played the SNES version on a emulator, and I've never played the original Wolfenstein with like Hitler.
Man, I tell you, when everybody started showing me Doom, they're like, "Look at this, Doom! This is the greatest thing to ever come out." I'm like, "Sit down, son. Let me show you something."
Yeah, like Doom and Wolfenstein 3D are the only first-person shooters I've ever like sunk like a lot of time into, because there's like this weird thing going on where like there was Doom and Wolfenstein, and everyone in the 90s was like a badass, like ripped Marine, and then they started switching over to like World War II stories, and now it's like modern warfare, but it's gone back to where, can we get like a nameless Marine again, please? We're so sick of modern warfare. So the only like first person shooters I've ever sunk any time into was Wolfenstein 3D for the SNES. Never the original. I can't fucking find the original. I probably could if I
played it on PC.
Yeah, on PC, but like I'm talking like I pirated it. I never found it. And Doom, the BFG edition for PlayStation 3, Doom and Doom 2, and Blood. I've never played Duke Nukem or any Quake or anything like that, but I really fucking like the 3D with 2D sprites.
Yeah.
That was Rabbit Man 3D. It was like a weird homebrew fucking Wolfenstein 3D engine that a Russian guy made. Go check it out. Not Rabbit Man 3D, but go check out that engine. It's literally like Microsoft Paint. You literally just click and you've got a level. which is how the first Wolfenstein game was made. And a lot of people don't appreciate that John Carmack made that in his like basement. And it's like amazing. It's the most amazing like thing ever. It's the reason why we have Call of Duty.
Those hidden panels, you know, you had to learn how to push the wooden panel and it would slide back and there's a whole new room.
Yeah.
It was awesome.
But I lost track.
You made a Rabbit Man that did that.
Yeah, like Rabbit Man 3D. That's what it's called. It's a game. But Rabbit Man was essentially created out of my love for the movie Gummo, and my really like my love for Adventure Time. And I was also like coming down off of like painkillers and stuff, and had switched over, like totally dried out from all that, and started like taking acid and like opening my mind and shit. And that was what the first like 2 issues of Rabbit Man was built on. But then after that, and the like 2020 and the shitty X and stuff like that, the last few issues, like a lot of the magic isn't there. But the magic kind of returns somewhat in Mouse Man, which is a product of me working at Hobby Lobby and taking Molly every day for 4 months in a row.
Children, do not try this at home.
Do not. There's as far as like issue 4 and onwards, given a lot of the subject matter in Mouse Man, there is a disclaimer that I'm actually creating called "Drugs do not give you superpowers."
Yes.
Because Mouse Man originally was supposed to be like a shot at like those We Live in a Society Joker type of people, but it slowly turned into stories that I've been told over my life. Like when I was growing up with my mom, she would always tell me like horror stories about my grandpa Richard, about how he would like stay gone for like years and then come home, pop a handful of fucking pills, drink a whole bunch, and then beat his fucking kids and stuff like that. That's what Mouse Man is based on. So there's a very big difference between Mouse Man and Rabbit Man. And I figured I should like let you know before you go into it. Like the first 4 issues, definitely you're going to see some weird stuff, but anything that bad. Because I didn't really know where the story was going. But now that I do know where it's going, be forewarned, like in issues coming up.
So there's not comedy in this comic book.
Oh, there is.
Other than,
like not so much comedy as much as there is irony.
Okay.
It's mostly about people who have, like, what happens when a bunch of people in a trailer park do a bunch of meth and then never fix their problems. That is Mouse Man.
That's Tilden, Illinois. I've been there.
Yeah, and it's also South Carolina, North Carolina, New Orleans, Georgia, New York City. That's a lot of places now. But that's essentially what Mouse Man is. Because it's very seedy and it's very gritty. So Mouse Man it like hits a lot more below the belt than Rabbit Man does. Rabbit Man is just kind of based off of internet memes. Mouse Man is based a lot more off of how fucked up I had it growing up.
I find your path of creativity interesting for multiple reasons, but for one that's sticking out in my head right now is that you went from rabbit character to mouse character. And historically, that's a very lucrative path to take, because there was this character called Oswald the Lucky Rabbit that didn't really quite take off. The guy got sick of doing it, and he had a bad financial deal with it, so he drew the other character, which was a mouse named Mickey. And Mickey's had a life.
Oh yeah, I bet.
So
and considering that just hit public domain, I promise not to have any fun with that.
Oh, absolutely no. Mouse Man and Steamboat Willie should never cross paths.
Oh no.
We're going to do something with it.
Oh yeah, like there's something really fucked up happening in the background. Like, you haven't seen it yet, but it's gonna happen. But yeah, like, I don't know, like, Mouse Man just sort of popped into my head. Like, there's actually on Instagram, like my main page, you'll see like the transmogrification of Mouse Man. It was originally supposed to be something closer to Rabbit Man, just fantasy. Like, he's got like a little belt and a sword and a scarf and stuff. And then I was like, okay, wait, that's just Rabbit Man in a mouse suit. I can't do that. That's stupid. Then I switched it up. Like, what if he's just like a lab rat and he's on drugs and like he dies and he keeps coming back and like or something or else. But then I was like, no. I remember this weird French movie that had Gerard Depardieu in it. He played like Obelix in the Asterix and Obelix movies, and he was also in this movie called My Father the Hero. But he was also in this other movie that was about like it compared human beings to lab rats, and that right there, along with the Molly, was like, all right, I think I know exactly what I'm gonna do with Mouse Man. But then that wasn't even like the real start of it, because like, how would I go off of that? And I was like, oh wait, I have an entire family of people that were like pill poppers and shitty people that were like totally fucked. And then somewhere in my head, it was just like, all right, so Mouse Man is just like this irredeemable like fuck. You know, like the Rick and Morty type, or the Walter White, where it's like the guy you shouldn't root for, but people root for. I'm trying to create someone that you cannot fucking root for. He is horrible. He is irredeemable. He is a piece of shit, but you know why he's like that. Like, that's the fucked up part, is you know if he had made a different choice, or if he had said something different, or done something different, or if he was raised a different way, then it would have been different.
Yeah.
But
something like that always sets a hook too in the reader, where they're like, yeah, he's completely irredeemable because of all the things that he's done.
Yeah.
Because of all those things that he's done, we're hoping he redeems himself.
Well, I guess that's the tagline for the whole thing, because if you read the first two issues, which is what I have here, it's like nonlinear storytelling. So there's like three stories I have planned that are like the grand story. It's the Apathetic Mouse Man, which is like the first 4 issues. There's the Immortal Mouse Man, which goes after issues 3 and 4. That's what the Immortal Mouse Man leads into. And then the third story, which is Mouse Man Relapses, which takes place after issues 1 and 2 of the Apathetic Mouse Man.
Okay. And the Apathetic Mouse Man, I went to Amazon to find a graphic, which is the one we're looking at here.
Yeah.
And that's also where I got the synopsis of the character at that point. So if the opening song for Mouse Man was like way off of where he is now, that's on me for not doing my research.
Oh, no. That's actually good. Like, the Apathetic Mouse Man, or the first issue of it, it's kind of like how my grandpa died. Like, because he did really fucked up shit, and he had like ulcers and stuff, and he died being paranoid, and his ulcer like perforated and exploded, and he thought like people were coming to get him that weren't coming to get him because of how much of a fuck he was. And if you look at the first page of the Apathetic Mouse Man, he's like just sitting there with a gun, like waiting for people to come get him. So the first page of the book spoils the rest of the story if you know what's about to happen.
Okay. So now Mouse Man is he a guy in a mouse suit, or is he a mouse man composite? What is he?
Well, the full thing is his name's Eddie, like Eddie Mouse Man. But I don't know. Like, that's the thing about Rabbit Man is people don't know. Well, there is a part in the story which says that, yeah, he is kind of part rabbit. Because as I wrote the story, I found out about this weird Chinese experiment from 2003 where they tried to, like, crossbreed humans and rabbits. Which,
no.
yeah, that's real. If you look that up, that is very real. Uh, and that's sort of what came across the other story. Mouse Man is just, I don't know, like, he just looks cool that way. It's like, it just seems like a cool idea at the time. That's sort
Let
of
him be
where
what he
that
is.
started.
All right. So the book you're working on now, that's going to be on Lesser Known Comics on their website.
Yes.
Which...
Well, actually, it's weird. Lesser Known Comics is doing Mouse Man, but that's not going to be till next month. Rabbit Man Returns is supposed to be this month, but whenever the website goes live, and that's going to be for pre-sale whenever the website gets finished.
Okay, because there is a website now.
Yes, but
Lesser
there's
Known
supposed to be
Comics.
like they're gonna make it to where it's a lot more like Amazon, where like if you're a creator and you have a creator license with them, you can just upload your stuff, get it done, and then like get copies for yourself, or just let it happen, you know, or just like put it up for sale, and then people can buy it directly from them. It's a whole process. I don't know how long it's gonna take, but it's left me a lot of time to like actually like formulate a story and stuff like that.
Okay. So, but we got the right website at least anyway. Now, are you going to crowdfund this? Because I know you had a Kickstarter page you showed me that was in edit mode. So that's why we're not showing it tonight. It's not done.
Well, it's done. It's just like in preview mode,
launched.
more or less. So anyone can look at it and be like, follow it or back it or whatever, or not. I don't think you can back it until it goes live though. But you can like follow it and see what's going on with it and stuff. But I've never really done Kickstarter before. I usually just put stuff up and hope people buy it.
Yeah, when I bring it up, it says it's a private preview. But if I bring it up without, okay. I had a special link.
Yes, you did.
So then, folks, I will put this one in the chat so that you can go out there and hit the Let Me Know button. And it is right there. I'll leave it up on the screen for a little while so people can copy it if you're watching it on a preview or on a, not the preview, other way around. The in the future, looking back at where we are. So just take your time, write it all down. Pause the video. Just pause it right now. Freaked you out, didn't I? Okay. And then go check it out. And all you got to do is I'll demonstrate for you because I'm a helper. We help here. You see that? You see the screen there, folks? You see this notify me on launch? You see that you're logged in. It's got your little avatar there. If you are, you go, and now you're done. It's that easy. All you got to do. So
yeah.
So do that. You don't. I didn't have to get my wallet out. It's just, you know, we were done. Magnificent Kaboom says to keep up the great work. It is Top Shelf. Top Shelf's actually a different publisher. This is
that's Zachary.
But
hey, Zachary.
But Top Shelf's got good stuff, and this would definitely fit in with them. But you know, lesser known comics. I think Top Shelf is still around. Haven't really heard from him in a while, but so what's your timeline on this then? I mean, you know, I know how artists are. They're sort of off the wall. They're creating when they create, when they feel the muse strike them, when they feel tragedy move them to make comedy. But there's a business side to this.
Yes, there is. And I actually do one once a month. Like the first 3 issues of Mouse Man are already available on Amazon, and the 4th one will be done in about 2 weeks. And the first graphic novel will be done probably around the first week of February.
Okay, so this is coming right up here where this crowdfunder will be live. The lesser known comics page will be updated.
Yeah.
Is there a difference between the two?
No. Essentially, what I'm doing is I started Mouseman back in October. Well, no, back in September. Like September 25th or 26th is when the first one came out. And then October 25th is when the second one came out. And then Christmas is when the third one came out. And I'm currently working on the fourth one. And around like the first week of February is when I'm going to release the first graphic novel. But Lesser Known Comics works on like a different, works on a different thing because they've got so many people working for them. So essentially, I'm going to be re-releasing the first 4 issues again through them, and then the graphic novel again through them. And the Immortal Mouseman probably won't start until around like June of this year, because once that's done, I got to do the second and well, I originally said there's going to be 3 issues of Mouseman Returns, but if I cram it, I'm pretty sure there should only be 2, and then Rabbit Man is done forever. And then after that, there's the Immortal Mouseman, and then Mouseman Relapses. And then after that, I'm probably going to be done with comics for a bit, so I can work on making video games.
Money? Oh,
yeah.
Well, video games
essentially, yes.
So is there any room in these two universes for an intersection, a Mouseman, Rabbit Man, or have you done it already? I'm not totally ignorant to all this.
The 3rd issue and 4th issue of Mouseman ruin Rabbit Man completely.
Oh, okay.
Because Rabbit Man in Mouseman, well, okay, it's weird. The first series of Rabbit Man right here, it's its own thing. Rabbit Man Returns is specifically something I made for Lesser Known Comics. But these here, Mouseman takes place directly after these, and Rabbit Man is now the character of Grandpa.
In Mouseman?
Yes, in Mouseman. Okay. Because Kid and Hannibal, that other story I did, they both die tragically in Rabbit Man. And in Mouseman, Rabbit Man is now a fraction of himself in Mouseman. He's, hang on a second. 1 second. You can still see me, right?
Yes, I can. We're going to bring up something cool, guys.
Yeah, I'm about to bring it out real quick. And I'm going to send it to you through Gmail. Let me see.
Okay.
Real quick. Let's see. Photos. Let's see. Hang on. Videos, reels. What the hell?
It's missing. It's gone.
No, it's still there. Okay, here we go. I'm about to email you this.
Okay.
Let's see. Save image as. Okay. Look for this in your email real quick. You're going to get a hoot out of it. 1 second.
I'm watching.
All right. I just sent it to you. And that is in the 3rd issue of Mouseman.
You sent it to the Gmail address, right?
Yes, I did.
Oh, there it is. There it is.
Yep.
Right. So I will download. I will view it. I will open it. My stupid computer will not show a header on it. That's okay. I will just do something different with it. I can do it this way. Yes, I can. Okay. So now I will share the app. Let's see how this works. I've not shared an app in a while. Share screen. Pick a window. This one right here. Boom. There we
There
go.
he is. There's Rabbit Man in all his glory. It's like Grandpa got out.
And it's Rabbit Man. Yeah, so if you were following Rabbit Man and then you got in here, this would have been the big gut punch. Like, oh my God, it's Rabbit Man.
Yeah. Like, there's a build-up to it. There's also a lot of real fucked up shit. Like, if you read the 6th issue of Rabbit Man, I don't want to spoil it. I don't even know if anyone's read it. But there's like this big go-off between him and his dad, who's an evil scientist who created him or whatever. But that may or may not have been how he was wanting to remember that. And it may or may not have ended up with his dad being a drunk and someone who liked kids and Rabbit Man running him through with a kitchen knife. So yeah, like Mouse Man like ruins the fuck out of Rabbit Man. Like it ruins it. Like you're just like, oh fuck.
So Rabbit Man, the crossover that I was dreaming of has already happened.
Yes, it has. Yes, it has.
It's a fait accompli.
Yes. Like Rabbit Man is now an old man living in his own post-apocalyptic world in his head in Mouse Man.
I like that. And Mouse Man is actually contemporary to the modern time.
Yes. Like Rabbit Man is just crazy.
Very cool. And as Magnificent Kaboom says, fantastic. I like the art because it's like it's not the realistic style, but at the same time it kind of reminds me of Monty in the comic strips a little bit. There's a bit of R. Crumb to it in the exaggerated expressions and anatomy.
Mm-hmm. Well, I mean, we're two skinny boys that grew up Catholic, so it was bound to happen eventually.
It's got that underground. It's got that underground comic smell to it.
Yeah.
And we do want to remind everybody, coming up at the top of the hour, when you're done here, pop over to the mic stand where Mike Walters will be going over the niche news of the day at the mic stand. Give that a like and a subscribe. Mike works very hard on his show, and he is persistently at it every single night of the week, which, you know, I've been there, done that grind, got sick of it, and that's why I don't do that anymore. But Mike is still at it, so get over there and give him a like and a share and give some watch hours to him. Do you said you were going to get into the video games after this? Do you have
video games
ideas?
after this? I've already made 3.
Well, right, but you said you're going to shift your focus to that.
Yes, I'm going to shift my focus to that. There's a game that I made around the ending of Rabbit Man. It was made in RPG Maker, which is just like Final Fantasy like 4, but you can make it. And like making video games now for some schmuck, all you need is a computer and a YouTube tutorial, and that's all you need. And that's essentially what I made the last game I made on, and it's called The Outskirts. And it's about this clown who crashes his car, his dog gets kidnapped, and then he has to like defeat these 4 evil bastards that need in order for him to like get his dog back, but then some other shit happens, and I don't want to spoil it because in my own weird multiverse kind of way, The Outskirts leads into Rabbit Man, which leads into Mouse Man.
You were saying that you just need a website and a tutorial.
Yes.
This is a game that a friend of mine, George Peter Gatzis, has out there.
It looks like it was made in Godot.
It was made with the it was made by ChatGPT.
ChatGPT?
ChatGPT. Yes. He explained the game dynamics that he wanted. It coded it.
No.
Yes. Yes, it
no,
did.
I code my own games.
Now the graphics he supplied. I mean, but the dynamics of the game, And, when it screwed up, he's like, hey, this isn't working right. It's doing this instead of this. And it came back and says, oh, my mistake. I need to fix this and this. And it gave him new code. And it's in HTML. So it's an HTML game written by ChatGPT with direction from a human being, obviously. ChatGPT just doesn't get bored and say, I'm going to make a game now. It's not that intelligent yet.
But I prefer putting the more human touch on it. Like, I don't want to like shit on somebody, but like, I just made mine with like Microsoft Paint and RPG Maker.
Yeah, that works too. But it's just my day job. I've been a data engineer for 35 years, and lately, for the last year, my focus has been on generative AI because it's there, and they're going to use it as tools. So it is really good to use as a tool. Like, I actually made one of the scripts I used in the game that I made, the outskirts, in ChatGPT. I was just like, make me a code for fonts and stuff like that for RPG Maker, and it was just like, brr. I was like, oh, that's neat. So I used that. I'm not going to say where I used it or what I used it for. No, because some people freak out when they find out that
shit.
Intelligence was involved.
This guy played my game.
Yeah.
Yeah, I saw it's called the Strat mouse. It's just a mouse with a 357 Magnum. Yep.
I don't know how the mouse holds it, but
no, he just holds it with his little hand, and it's just like a little bitty mouse, and he's got like a big like gun in his hand. It's fucking stupid. Like, but the next game I make is going to take place around the same universe as the Outskirts with the clown. But it's going to be like a first-person shooter, much like Doom or Duke Nukem, like I was saying before. Right. But spoilers, a lot of this hasn't even hit like development yet because I've been busy working on Mouseman. Clown goes to a birthday party. All the kids there are like demons because they were using a Ouija board. First-person shooter happens. There you go.
I love that story thought.
Demonic
kids. That's
demonic kids, and they're like they were using a Ouija board.
It wouldn't take much.
Yeah. It's fucking.
They're already sociopaths by nature. It wouldn't take much to go into full demonic possession. So
exactly, like kids are fucking awful.
Oh yeah, except mine. My kid's the only good one in the whole world, and every parent thinks the same thing.
Yeah,
they're all demons. They all suck your soul out.
Yeah.
All right. Well, so we look forward to seeing the games you put out, and we're not tied to comics. So when you have a game ready to go and you want to give some demos on it, hit us up. We'll put you on here and play it out. Find some game players who want to jump in and maybe have a playoff or something.
Oh shit! All right.
I'm open to all kinds of ideas all the time because I got nothing better to do. But is there anything we left out about the book? Like people should go to lesser known comics or to the Kickstarter.
All right. Go to the Kickstarter if you want to kickstart it. That one is for lesser known comics. Rabbitman Returns will also be through lesser known comics when the website is up. Okay. But Rabbitman 1 through 6 and Mouseman 1 through 3 are all available on Amazon right now. Like you can just go buy those right now.
All right. I will update the description, folks. If you're looking in the replay, you may see it there already. It's not there during the live. I will put the links to the Amazon there. I'll put it right at the top, so you want to dig around and search for it. So if you want to get in there and get some Rabbitman or get some Mouseman from Amazon, just click and go. Yeah,
I'm very impatient. Yeah. Like everyone's saying, like, oh, well, this will be ready in like 6 months. It's like, no, it's ready right now. Go read it.
That's what I like. I hate, Wayne, are you with me on this one? I hate putting a book out and Amazon lists it and Amazon says, but we don't have any. I'm like, that's because I just made it. Let people order it. It's been a week now and they're like, we don't have any of this yet still. Let people order it. How many times do I have to file a stupid report with you that it's there, it's done? Get it? That's my problem. Anyhow, Mike, it's been fun talking with you. I'll be honest, I had no idea where this was going to go tonight because I knew nothing about your comic. I never met you before. I'm like, all right, winging a prayer and seat of the pants. And those are always the best interviews because I get to find out everything about a person that I know nothing about to begin with. So thank you for seeking us out. I do appreciate it.
Oh,
And like I said, hit us up again when the games are out, or you do another book or something. You know, if you decide that Mole Man should become a thing.
There's some games out there right now. There's like Rabbit Man 3D and the Outskirts. The first game that I made, Rabbit Man RPG, I kind of see that as like Kid and Hannibal, which was like the first comic I made. Rabbit Man RPG was the first video game I made. It's horrible. I mean, of course it's going to be horrible. It's the first one I did.
Sure.
But
I found Rabbit Man 3D on Game Jolt here.
Yeah. The Outskirts is on itch.io, and that actually has a lot of effort put into it. Somewhat. Well, I mean, yeah, it did, because I still didn't know. There's a whole bunch of animations and stuff. Even Chris Chan shows up.
Oh, really?
Yeah, he's in it for a very inappropriate joke about him and his mother. For any of you who know,
are there any appropriate ones?
Yeah, for any of you who know about Chris Chan and his mother, and you download that game, God help you. I know I made it, but still, God help you. I was really high when I made it. I don't even remember what the joke was, but I still remember it's pretty bad. Go download it. It's really funny. And download your reaction and send it to me so I can laugh at you.
Yeah, I can see Mike is part of a pre-code Hollywood comic. Pre-code era being the part of the Mafia in Hollywood book that's out. So yeah, Wayne, look up Mike Seers on Facebook, and his Mafia versus Zombies in Vegas game that he's working on.
Mafia versus Zombies? Holy shit. That sounds fucking
Wayne, if
awesome.
you haven't got that made yet, in video game format, you might want to talk to Mike.
Wait, there's actually a Mafia versus Zombies video game out.
Is there?
I played it. Hang on, real quick before we stop.
We're gonna find
this is gonna kill me if I don't.
Because I think Wayne's got an RPG of this.
Zombies game. Hang on. Real quick. It's like a side scroller. Hang on. And you play as these guys. Hang on, real quick. I've seen it. I know it fucking exists. Guns, Gore, and Cannoli. Guns, Gore, and Cannoli. Look up Guns, Gore, and Cannoli. It's fucking awesome.
And it's a series of them. There's 3 of them. They're all on Steam.
3?
Yeah.
I only played the first one. The first one's fucking awesome, but 1 through 3 or 1 through 2 or whatever. Guns, Gore, and Cannoli. Look that up. It's fucking amazing.
I'm trying to open the image right now in a new tab in something that would be bigger than a postage stamp, which of course they're not going to let me do. Why would they not do that? Let's try this one. There, that one will work great. Just for people who want to see what it looks like. Now I'm sure this is not what the gameplay looks like. This is what their advertising cover looks like. There it is. Guns, Gore, and
That
Cannoli.
is what the gameplay looks like. Yeah.
Is it really?
It's like a 2D, and they like made it in like Adobe Flash. Like, it was like, I think the first one came out in like 2017, 2018, or something like that. It was before Flash like fucking died. Yeah, that is what the gameplay looks like.
Yeah, when I looked it up, there was links to Guns, Gore, and Cannoli 1, 2, and 3. So there are 2 more versions out there.
I didn't even know about the 2 and 3. I just know about the first one.
Yep,
the first one's fucking awesome.
They exist. They apparently exist. So, Wayne, you've got something to go out there and find and play on your computer now. So, because his is a tabletop RPG game, but you could always call it Mafia versus Zombies, and it wouldn't compete with Guns, Gore, and Cannoli at all because it'd be a different game, different look, and all that good stuff. and you really can't trademark either Mafia or zombies. So
Yeah, I know. I would love to make a tabletop RPG of Mouse Man where it's just like roll 20 to see if drug deal goes good.
and that's the only thing that works. Because Mouse Man's life just doesn't pan out that way.
No, he just can't kick that football.
I see. Yeah. Lucy's always pulling it away. All right, Mike, gonna let you go for the night, but thank you so much for popping in and sharing this world with us. This is a crazy, entertaining, depressing, but amusing world that you have.
Yeah,
here.
it's very depressing. Very, very depressing. But hey, some good stuff came out of it. Like
Yes.
it's a comic book.
Absolutely.
And
Real world
the word comic is
good
in
stuff
it.
happens.
So
Yeah. So there you go. Everybody in the chat, thank you guys so much for being here. We don't have a show without you guys, so it's up to you to show up and make sure that we have this thing happening. And we do appreciate you being here. And as always, while you were here, guys, we just hope you had a blast. Good night.